Hi, I'm Dr. Roadhouse, and I want to introduce you to my patient Cash. Now, Cash is in our chiropractic program, and he's had a long-standing shoulder and upper back problem. And you can probably just, describe it better than me. Kind of talk about your symptoms, you know, what you're feeling, how it affected you, were you able to sleep, stuff like that.
I injured myself when I was working out. I was doing military shoulder press and I was doing too much weight. I tried to get one last rep out. It did not work out very well.
Yeah.
And I ended up dropping it to my side when I was coming back down and it jerked.
So were you doing dumbbells? I can't remember
Yes,
dumbbell.
yes,
Okay.
I was doing this.
So yeah, and then it went like that, and that's
Yeah.
when you felt the popping
Yeah,
in your shoulder.
So
Okay.
I felt like it was popped or stretched out too much. And it didn't hurt too much after that. It was just like natural muscle soreness. But a couple weeks later, and I kept working out after I did that. And a couple weeks later, I got these incredibly sharp pains in my shoulder. I did not know what it was. And so I went to some doctors. They didn't know what it was.
So how did they treat it though? I mean, did they give you muscle pain pills, cortisone shot, physical therapy?
I went to my normal doctor first, and then he said go to a surgeon.
An orthopedic surgeon?
Yes,
Okay.
orthopedic surgeon, and he directed me to Southcrest. Is that what
Yeah.
it's called? Southcrest Hospital to go see the orthopedic doctor named Darnell Blackman.
Okay. Yeah.
And he thought I had shoulder bursitis, and he kept giving me he gave me like 7 cortisone shots. It did not work out, and they never worked. And then he sent me to his friend named I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Palomino, and they work in the same office together.
Okay.
And he suggested I get surgery, but then after a while, after another cortisone shot, he suggested that I didn't get surgery. So I was confused. And so they suggested, and I've gone, before this, I went through 2 physical therapy sessions. And Dr.
When you say sessions, you don't mean like a session one day and a session another. You mean a series of physical therapy.
Yeah,
You
months
did that
at a
twice.
time.
Okay, right. So
Months
you
at
did
a time.
2 of those.
Yes. And then Dr. Blackman, he sent me to one more long session of physical therapy, which the people were really nice and they were really helpful. They were good at their jobs. But that didn't help either. So I went back to him one last time. Him and Dr. Blackman and Dr. Palomino both did not know what was wrong with me. So they sent me to someone who I can't remember his name either. But they sent me to someone at the OSU Medical Center.
Okay.
And he couldn't figure it out. So
And he was a surgeon, right?
yes, I believe so.
Okay, I think that's what he said.
And I was sitting there in the chair with my mother, frustrated because that's the whole appointment. Because he was the like 4th or 5th doctor that could not figure out what was wrong with me. So I thought it was a lost cause. And then he referred me to you.
Okay.
And
I forgot how you got here. Okay. So then when you came in, I told you, I'm over here at St. Francis, and if this is something I can help you, I'll let you know. If it isn't, we'll find another doctor for you and figure it out. So when we did this, so we talked about shoulder problem, like a lot of people think, oh, well, this is shoulder. Some people think this is shoulder. Some people think this is shoulder. What was yours?
mine was it was all over the place in my back. It was up here, also in the back area, right here. The back pain went all the way down, and then
And it got pretty constant, right?
Yeah.
The beginning was kind of coming and going, and then it getting intensity, and then it was constant. How did it affect sleep and stuff like that?
At the beginning, it was just an annoyance, and then it got constantly there. And then some of the physical therapy did help that pain go down, even though I was treated for the wrong things. It did kind of hit the spot, so that helped. And then Dr. Blackman gave me painkillers, But then he quickly took me off of them because they were too strong for someone my age.
Mm-hmm.
So I was left with something that did not work at all. He gave me something new. And then,
well, then you got you got referred to us.
Yeah.
And then we started working on you and stuff like that. So just how you doing now? I mean, you jogged the other day for the first time, and how long we're going to start? We started with the rehab.
Yeah.
Then we progressed to the tubing rehab.
yes.
And now we're going to start, lifting weights. And you jogged the other day. So just tell them how your symptoms are now. I mean, and how your pain is, how everything's going, what's going on.
It has gotten a ton better. A tons better. It does not hurt much at all. The pain is not constant anymore. It only really hurts if I do something physically straining that I'm not ready for yet.
Mm-hmm.
But with the tubing exercises and all that stuff, it feels much better. It doesn't hurt when I run much anymore. It still kind of can. The pain still comes and goes, but it is not anywhere near as horrible as it used to be. It's tolerable. Just something as simple as an Advil will help now.
Well, none of that stuff worked before.
No.
And even the 7 cortisone shots. So we're doing real good. Like I told you, we're not done yet, but we're taking baby steps. I mean, most of the severe pain is gone. You do have some coming and going pain, but that's because we're rehabbing to get strong. We had you jog the first time you've been able to jog in a year and a half,
Yeah.
and you had some muscle soreness in here, but the next day, that was Sunday, and already today, the pain is gone.
Yes.
So that's more of a muscle soreness that you haven't been using, but you got your motion back in your arm now, right? You can move around.
Yeah.
You don't have that feeling like someone stabbed you in the back anymore, like that's not coming around into here anymore.
Yeah.
So what you're feeling is very minimal pain that just kind of comes and goes every once in a while, like if you do too much, because you're just not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find out where you're at, but otherwise you've been doing great, right?
Yes, exactly.
Good. All right, so anyway, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate doing this because, there are so many people that have shoulder problems and, they don't know where to go, just like you. And luckily you went to some credible orthopedic surgeons that said they're going to try everything, short of surgery to try to get you better. And when that didn't help, they referred you here. So that's fantastic. Okay? All right, thank you.